Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
In the squadron, they called him Bullets, but we call him Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly is on the air
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
I stayed up late watching the big speech. I can't just turn off the TV and go to bed, so of course I was screwing around in the house until 2 in the morning. Great speech. Don't have too much to say about it. I mean, what's not to like? It's really wild to watch the Democrats sit down. I think the whole thing is a little bit silly. You know, did you clap? Did you clap hard enough? Did you stand up? But that's the way it is. It's been that way for like 50, 60 years. Who's clapping? Who's not clapping? You send a signal with that stuff. And for President Trump to say, hey, can we at least agree that America, the priority is America? And they would just sit there with bad looks on their face. You know, it was really acid, really nasty was Tom Suozzi, the allegedly reasonable middle-of-the-road Democrat from Long Island. Did you see him? I don't know if he was asleep or if he was hungover or what the hell was going on with him, but he looked like an angry, bad dog, right? A bad stray dog. Do not wake me up. He was asleep. He was busted on camera. Like, what are you bothering me for? I thought, what else? Mark Kelly from Arizona to sit there and basically to not root on, American goodness, to not understand that there is men and women and Americans. It was a great speech. I'll go through some of it in a little bit. I'll do a little bit of it right now. Let's see. What was the, this is it. This is where he says it out loud. Cut 4, please. Cut 4. President Trump last night.
Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you. They're crazy. Amazing. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
These people are crazy. They are crazy. It was a perfect way to kind of it was very reductionist and on the spot. What is wrong with them? Did you hear the story about the little girl who for about 10 seconds thought, maybe I'm a boy, and didn't want to tell the parents, but told some doctor, and then they actually started the transgender reassignment. And when the parents found out, they showed up. They were obviously concerned, loving, oh my gosh, what's happening here? But because the parents refused to acknowledge that their girl was a boy, they didn't let them have the kids back. They didn't let the parents have the kid back. That's crazy, nightmarish, weirdo stuff. And if you're a Democrat, and I got friends out there who are Democrats. I do. I used to be one a long time ago. This is not what the party was about. This is not what Chuck Schumer got into politics for. This is crazy, radical, totally off the train tracks, stupid, absurd. Could only be happening if half the damn country was high on drugs. And half the country is high on drugs. Whether it's meth, whether it's pills, whether it's weed, especially weed. You used to have to, I thought about how do you get weed? Even if I wanted to get weed 10 years ago, 15 years ago, what would I do? How would I do it? There'd be some sketchy guy you'd have to go make arrangements with, I guess, right? Now it's you go to the store. You can damn near buy it at the supermarket. And if you don't want to smoke it, you can do the vape and you can do the edible. Edible is it's like a boutique. It's come in and try our edibles. People don't know what the hell they're doing. They're throwing their souls away. It's Only in a country that deranged could this crazy, weird stuff be happening. Anyway, what we saw last night was good, and we see those people sitting down on their hands, evil. The only thing they clapped their hands for was, there can be no political violence. Can we agree on that? And they got up on their feet and roared. And I'm not a proponent of political violence, right? But for them, that was code for January 6th, and we need more security, and we need cars, and we need this, and we need protection. What about the people? No, you're on your own. You know, political violence is kind of built into our system a little bit. I'm not advocating political violence, but I'm saying there will be violence if they try to take away our rights. If they try to do what they did under Joe Biden, right? There's going to be some violence possibly. And that's what the founding fathers had in mind with the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is there to protect the First Amendment. That's why it's the Second Amendment. For guns, free speech, free religion, free assembly, gathering peaceably, right? And if we have that, if we don't have that, we're going to need the Second Amendment. And sometimes I know people get uncomfortable talking about that or whatever, but that's what the founding fathers had in mind. It is a check on the government. The government is there for the people, not the other way around. And I thought it was a beautiful speech. And meanwhile, is it already blowing over? Oh, that was one hell of a snowball fight, wasn't it, downtown? Just good, clean fun. Among kids, right? No, wrong. That was a gang attack on law enforcement, and it must be treated just like that. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys who were hit with the snowballs. It was terrible. Hey, get the snowball fight if you don't mind. We had it from the Nats of the snowball fight. For what's his name, Mamdani, to call this thing a snowball fight. Granted, I just called it a snowball fight. It wasn't a snowball fight. Anybody who sees that video, it breaks your heart. It's humiliation. It's not a snowball fight when it's 1,000 against 3. 1,000 punks against 3 cops. That's not a snowball fight. That's damn near attempted murder. Here's a little bit of what it sounded like. Rah! This is horrible stuff. You've seen it. These poor cops. And these are the cops that Mamdani was literally giving the finger to 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he was calling them racist and xenophobic. He saw a cop in the middle of Black Lives Matter having a really bad day. In fact, he may have seen a tear. And he's like, oh, wow, this is so beautiful. The cops are crying. I love it. I love it. He loves the delegitimization of law enforcement. And that's why when he sees employees of the city of New York going through something like that, something so brutal, something so heinous, anything can go too far, right? A game of tag can go too far. For him not to see that this went beyond a snowball fight, listen to the terminology. Cut 14, please. Mamdani, not leading, not protecting. All he cares about are those crazy, stupid, liberal, whack job girls who voted for him. Cut 14.
I can just tell you from the video I saw, it looked like kids at a snowball fight. Look, I've seen the videos of this snowball fight. I think that it was a snowball fight.
You son of a bitch. A snowball fight. What about the cops who have, lacerations? There's blood. I'm looking at a police officer bleeding. If we want to go with your kids with the snowball fight, you do actually suspend kids. You kick them out of school for this kind of stuff. And if they're of a certain age, you arrest them for crying out loud. Let's see here. Again, he says, oh, it's no big deal. It's just no big deal. Cut 17, please. A little bit more.
Would you consider banning these crowdsourcing events because they can and sometimes do get out of hand?
So I'm not going to be banning snowball fights or organized snowball fights. I've shared my thoughts with New Yorkers, and I continue to believe that what we are seeing in this response to this winter blizzard from the city workers as a whole, and that includes the hardworking men and women of the NYPD, is part of why the city's getting back on its feet, and I'm appreciative of that work.
Thank you. Sorry, Julie, we have to move on.
What the hell was that gobbledygook? What was that? Oh. All right, here's a little bit more explicit. That was outdoors after they realized they have a bit of a problem on their hands. This is indefensible, but they got a lot of weirdos out there who will either look the other way or defend the indefensible. Cut 17. Oh, sorry, that's the next one, 18.
From the videos that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight. I think that there were 2 officers who were facing lacerations on their face.
All for prosecution of those who pelted them?
Look, I've seen the videos of this snowball fight. I think that it was a snowball fight.
I've been in a few snowball fights myself. I've never seen lacerations to the face. Have you? This cop's injured in the line of duty, and he's laughing at him, giving them the finger all over again. Are there? What are the mechanisms? For God's sake, impeachment? What? And what are you going to do, Jessica Tisch? You little rich brat, huh? I understand. It's it's unmistakable now. You love working for corrupt anti-cop mayors, Mamdani, Adams, De Blasio, and there you are. How? Just biding your time until you get the chance, right? Until you can be mayor. It ain't going to work that way. I'm going to see to it. You either resign now. You never should have taken this job. You never should. Oh, well, then we need her. We need her. Nobody will protect us. Nobody will protect the Jewish community like Jessica Tisch. Oh, yeah? Did she do that in December? Huh? She let those radical anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic Hamas supporters damn near right into the synagogue. And she apologizes and she gets a standing ovation. You know what I mean? Rich kids. I can't stand them. Be right back.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.